So one of the first videos I ever made on here was a video about how I recently turned off my phone restrictions and I limited my usage of my device and how often I was using it during the day because it was honestly up to an unhealthy amount of time. And I feel like that's the majority of people out there. And maybe some of you guys watching. I think you probably catch yourself during the day going on your phone probably 100 times, like picking up your phone and checking something or logging into Instagram or whatever your social media app of choice. A lot of the times before I set these restrictions, Reddit was a big consumer of my time, and Twitter as well. And I would also use Zillow a lot just because I really like real estate, and I have this weird obsession with kind of knowing like what homes are kind of for sale and on the market, like in LA. But nonetheless, the social media addiction and all the phone addiction and just the device addiction, period, is very consuming for a lot of people. And as some of you may have seen the video, I turned on my restrictions so that I would only be on these apps on my phone a certain amount of hours a day. And even though it hasn't quite been a month yet, I think it might have either just crossed a month or it'll be a month very, very soon. I wanted to just update you all and let you know how it's going. And let me just tell you, it's going very well. I feel like for the first few days, you kind of have the itch because you're so used to going on there and you're so used to having access to, the apps of your choice throughout the day that, you do kind of hit your limit, and if you set like a, 2-hour limit during the day, you will hit your 2 hours fairly quickly because you don't realize how often you're on the phone. But I wanted to make this video today to kind of show you and tell you guys how I've been doing, and it's been going very, very well. And it has not only affected my freedom and the amount of time I now possess during the day, it's helped me do a lot of other things in life, and it's helped me mentally. And one thing, and I kind of just thought of it right now, was I have been getting up earlier during the day, and I am not as tired in the morning. And I totally feel like this is directly linked to the being on the phone thing because my entire life, I feel like I have not been able to get up in the morning with ease. Like I am not a morning person. But then you would probably say, wait, so how is this actually helping you get up earlier in the day? Well, let me tell you, because every single night before bed, I was used to having the screen in the blue light in my eyes, and it really does affect how well you sleep, and it affects your attention and how deep of a sleep you can get. Like I'm telling you, all those factors come into play. So not being able to have my phone on after 9 p.m. every single day, it's kind of getting my body prepared for sleep. Even though I don't go to sleep for a couple more hours, I'm being prepared. My body's being groomed. My eyes are not exposed to a very bright light that's kind of keeping my mind mentally awake. One of the struggles I've also had is going to bed, like after I lay down. So I'm one of those people who will lay down, but it usually takes me like an hour to fall asleep. I still don't fall asleep right away. It still takes me a little bit of time, but it does not take me a whole hour anymore. Like it would take me hours in the past to go to sleep. And I thought I had a problem with insomnia or I had some kind of sleep issues, but truly it's really not only the screen, not only looking at the screen, having the, being exposed to the light that it puts off, it's the information that I'm looking on there and I'm processing, and it's keeping my mind awake at night. So that's why probably more important than even having the restrictions for time on your phone, for amount of time used, having the phone not be used after a certain time in the evening is probably just as important. I would highly suggest, if you are not comfortable with putting restrictions on how much time you're using, at least have a cutoff point at the day. And I really think that you will kind of go to bed more with ease and you will sleep better. Another thing I'm noticing is I am just mentally I'm just happier. And it's not like I was this kind of depressed person, but I would find myself recently, like in the past, especially this past year, I would kind of get down, I would get really, upset. And it had to do with a mixture of things, like some career stuff. some stuff that I feel like wasn't happening in my timing, and that's something also I'm dealing with. You know, I don't want to always feel like I'm in control. Like, God's in control of how things unfold and happen in my life and in my career. So that part's not up to me. But I have just been happier and more overall positive because I have been keeping myself busy with other things. I have actually gotten involved in this whole other world that has to do with business, and I started it as soon as probably a week or 2 weeks after turning the phone restrictions off, I had more time to just think. And my mind started shifting to growth and business in building. That's just where my mind goes. So I wouldn't have even had that option if I had just continued with my life of being on my phone and, you know, checking who's been posting that day. But I have actually taken on this whole other business that I have just kind of started, but I'm really, really excited that I want to start building. And I think about it because it's something that I'm actually working on every day. I'm allocating a few hours a day to building this, not only, filming videos and content and these kind of podcast things for you guys, as well as music, but I'm also building this other thing. And it's amazing because I never would have even gotten into this if I had not set restrictions on my phone and had more free time to think and to really analyze my life and really say, wait a second, you know, I have been working in entertainment for so long, and I do have, you know, some real estate stuff I'm doing, but I would love to shift and do some business stuff so I can be in multiple fields. So I'm not relying on all my eggs in the entertainment basket or all my eggs in, you know, the real estate basket. I want to be well-rounded. And it was a time thing. It really was a time thing that was being mismanaged until I limited myself from being on my phone. Now, here's a disclaimer. You're not just going to all of a sudden be this amazing superhuman overnight by turning the phone off or restricting yourself on the phone. But what I am telling you, like, I legitimately, it's all about time. It's made me appreciate time more. Like, I am a little bit stressed. Like, right now I have done my whole morning routine. I've edited a few videos that I had filmed in the past, and I'm filming this video right now. It is about 10 a.m. when I'm filming, but I have it's not stress, but I'm feeling like, I got to get this stuff done. Like, I have more things I got to accomplish today. Like, it's made me really appreciate time. And every hour that goes by, like, it's like a checkbox, like, in my mind now. I'm like, okay, that hour went by. Like, how did I forward, like, my life movement? Like, what have I done to invest in myself? And have I worked on enough stuff today? Like, have I thought of enough of these videos in advance today, like, so that I have enough videos to post and discussions to talk about? So overall, it has really helped me. And I guess the 1 month update, which is what this video pretty much is that I have valued time more. And I feel like it's not like the negativity or, like, you know, it's not like I'm getting upset less or I'm not feeling as sad or things aren't upsetting me as easily. It's more, there's a happy distraction right now happening. There's a distraction from me having the time to feel upset about if something isn't going the way it should be. It's more like, maybe that thing's not happening the way it should be, but I can't be worrying about that. I got to be over here building this. Like, this is my focus right now. Like, this is what I got to be working on, and that thing will figure itself out. That's the mindset that's been developing over this past month. And I'm not trying to sit here and be like, I had this transformation. It's just, I'm just managing my time better. I'm appreciating time more because I'm not investing myself and looking on the phone and seeing what other people are doing, or, you know, checking on my videos and my content. Like, I used to post stuff and be like, well, did this do okay? Like, did this photo do well? And it's like, now it's kind of like I'm on to the next thing. I'm like, well, okay, I posted that. Now I got to figure out what's next, and let me line this up. And obviously I have a heart for my viewers and the people that DM me, and I do spend time replying to people. And if any of you guys know me, you've probably talked to me before in DMs. I'm very diligent about, like, responding to people. But in terms of spending time just mindlessly scrolling, like, I'm not really doing that. Like, I've set a time limit to where I can't even do that more than about an hour a day. And I haven't even hit my limit in weeks. Like, I hit my limit probably 5 times since I started this, like, where it said, oh, your hour or your 2 hours or whatever it was set on is up. I don't even know how much time it is because I never pass it. I'm on there for maybe 15, 30, 45 minutes a day, you know, and some days are different. Like if it's like a travel day, or if like I don't have my work stuff around me, like for sure I'll be on the phone a little bit more. But for the most part, when I'm at home, I'm focused on like getting stuff done. Like I'm really trying to make the most out of my time. You will consciously realize, whoa, like the amount of time I'm spending on this phone scrolling and watching, I could have been developing a talent. I could have built a whole business. I could have, you know, invested and learned this whole other thing. Like, and that's the kind of stuff that I'm realizing. And like, I'm not even like, guys, like I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm in my late 20s now. And like, I'm realizing this much later than I probably should have. But at the same time, you have to remember, like, this has been like my world and like my business. So I have been inundated with social media, not only as like a consumer, but as my profession. So I'm approaching it from a different angle, and that's probably for a whole nother discussion. But I would just say, if you're not doing it already, guys, I really think you would benefit from just limiting yourself. And if it's not for an amount of hours of usage a day, I would try to cut it off at like 8 or 9 p.m. so you can just kind of enjoy your evening and like not have to worry about going on and checking things on the phone. Like, you have to remember that everything is going to exist regardless. Like, people are going to post, things are going to happen, whether you see it or not. So once you realize that, you're kind of like, oh, wow, I guess it's like not necessary that I check my phone like hour after hour, because like maybe I'll be seeing the same stuff. And that's kind of what I noticed too. I was like seeing the same stuff on my timeline, like, and I'm like, wait, I already saw this. Why am I here? You know, it's like you kind of realize that stuff. So anyways, give it a try, guys. I think you guys will really see a positive change in your life. And it's really, I feel like the effects are still happening too. Like, more good things are going to come out of it. It's only been a month, but I highly suggest it. I haven't wavered. I have stuck to the plan. So I'm really proud of myself. So yeah, I would really suggest it, guys. I really think that it would help you, and you would find life to just be, I just think that you would have and see more value in life, and you would be more diligent with your time. Truly, I really believe that. Anyways, guys, if you think that somebody could use this message today, please share this video, give it a share. If you hadn't subscribed to my channel yet, subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.